Wow. My people, my people, my people. Look at y'all. Y'all are just such a heavenly sight. Oh my God. So nice to be here. It's so nice to be here tonight. Coming out the gate, I want to thank you for taking the time and not seeing it as robbery to share with the encouragement campaign your story of victory. Your the moments that you shared with your family are intimate moments, and we know that, and we will hold those moments near and dear. But I must admit to the general public, these my people, yo. Sorry, sorry. Like, oh. Anyway,
Just gotta get it out.
I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. So coming out the gate, coming out the gate. First of all, what I'm gonna say is this: I did not know. It's really so funny when you speaking with listen, when the whole thing went down back in when we first became aware, if that makes sense,
Yeah,
back in March, that there was some
last
transitional.
month.
Who say last March, right? Almost a year just now.
Yeah,
So when we came to the realization that there was something awry, right? For lack of a better term, something that we had no clue was even possible in the U.S. Hold on, let me go this way so with both my hands. In the U.S. of A, it really kind of caught us. Let me speak for myself. It caught me a little off guard, right? Because there were a number of things like many, I was glued to the TV, right? My partner had told me, he said, like, Dave, yo, listen, there's something going down overseas, and we need to be preparing for it. I'm like, all right, cool. What I mean. He said, yeah, not there's this virus that's going down, and we need to start to prepare the team because we very well may have to close the office. I said, close the office, dog. What do you mean close the office? What's happening? Hold it, baby needs shoes. What you mean close the office?
you ain't love.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, and I love him incredibly. I kind of blew him off. And then he said, well, we need to look at it, Dave. We need to look at it. Some days later, and I paraphrase after telling the story so many times, it's like, yo, we need to go ahead and check the team and see who got what at home so that we can go ahead and navigate and do what we need to do. I'm like, yo, all right. He said, yeah, it's coming out of China, Dave. Aren't you watching it? I'm like, nah, dog, I'm really trying to figure out what's going on in Queens. To be honest with you, I'm getting up in the morning after early morning yawning, and I'm going to work. you know, not even
Sean, keep it moving.
right, not even remotely thinking about the possibility, if you will, that something like this was even feasible. Something so life altering was even possible. Something which would impact those who I love, and people who have meant something to me, and people
Right.
who we could sit down with and have dinner or do events or get our party on. Hold on. Should we say that online? Sorry.
Yeah.
Just check it because this day and age, you gotta be sure. Um,
Yeah, be-
couldn't even fathom it though, just couldn't fathom it. And as the days progressed and the reality of the situation escalated, if that makes sense. We all began to do some things. And in my travels, as I've had a chance to go through that period, so many of my loved ones, so many, and obviously you guys, so many. And here we are a year later, and I found out 2 weeks ago that you guys were impacted, and not only you two, but the entire family. And I must confess, it broke my heart. This is probably this has probably been a year of more tears as a grown man that I've had ever, right? Um, because those people who I love were faced with defining decisions, and I think the defining decision is, are we just going to sit down and let it rock, or are we going to do some things to get through this, right? And it takes a special kind of people. Take a special kind of, let's say people take a special kind of person, number one, but it's take a special type of couple, number two, to get through something like that. So I'm excited tonight just to share this space with you. I feel a heebie-jeebies, but I'm not. I'm not going to be late.
This is a good one. You be.
I'm not going to belinger because this is not about me. This is more about the celebration of both of you and celebration of the family. And so I'm gonna give you guys the floor. Tell me, walk me through it. What? Tell me. Well, listen, June is being chivalrous right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, she had called me at work, earlier today when I told about she wasn't feeling herself, and I had went to my other job. So about the time I came there, I said, let me go home, try to, get her together or whatever. So let me get some things or something.
Right.
So in the process of coming home, I start feeling a little funny or whatever. So I told my man at the job, I'm out of here. We sit there and talk or whatever, but I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not even feeling good.
Right.
So halfway through the park, coming home, I started feeling weak. I was like, damn, I'm out of it. So now I said, let me cut through the park, maybe popo if I have to pass out or whatever. That's how weak I was feeling. So in the process, I was like, darn, I passed them. Not to say who I'm gonna see once I get to the little house that's in Central Park. So I was like, darn, to go Fifth Avenue, I'm making it. So in the process, I said, I'm down here, I'm on the block now. I go upstairs, store, get myself situated or whatever. So she's already passed out in the room. So I come back in the living room, try to get myself, situated. Next thing you know, I'm like, darn, I can't even move. So it done knocked me out. So I'm weak already. So I'm like, darn. So I sat in my clothes, and I normally don't sit in my clothes for that long. So I sat up there for a minute. It was almost like an hour went by. So in the process after that, I still went back and checked up on her. So she was still knocked out. So I finally, put on my clothes and stuff, to go to bed and stuff. But like I said, man, thing does it, it doesn't. Because I tell you, shoot, just to go to the bathroom, man, was taking it out of me. And I'm like back and forth, and I'm like burnt. So
just to before he go too far, prior to his beginning, he was having headaches.
Yeah.
And he had headaches for about 4 days. And me thinking, I'm an MD, I know what's going on. I said, baby, is it your pressure? Maybe you need to check your pressure, because he doesn't deal with headaches.
Right.
So for him to have a headache, that was a flag. So I said, maybe it's your pressure. Check. He was like, no, it's not the pressure. So that's how we got into, we was doing business as usual. So I think that was the 5th. The 5th was what I think that Tuesday I went to work. I was good. Came home by Wednesdays when all of this stuff started to take place. And then he wound up calling out Thursday, Friday, because he was no good. And then from, like he said, fast forward, he was out of it. But in the midst of that time, when he saw me sleeping, that's all I could do at that present moment.
That's all we can do, sleep.
The fatigue is real. The fatigue that you get with this is very real.
Right.
Now,
can I jump in real quick? Yeah. Now, when was this? Was this in March? Was it in April?
January.
It was in January. January
21. January.
I'm gonna tell you exactly the date that it was. It was January 5th, which was that Tuesday, because I went to work.
January 6th was my last day at work.
And Wednesday the 6th was his last day at work.
Wow. Of 21 then?
Of this year, yes.
Just now?
Just now.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Like she said, even with the headache.
I was just trying to get the proper time.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Like I said, even with the headaches, I was taking some for sinus, taking Tylenols. Really wasn't even doing that.
Right.
I knew it wasn't pressure though, because I take that on the regular.
Right.
Like, what else? The vitamins too. I'm like, shoot, this thing is just tearing me up or whatever. But like I said, it was just like a struggle just to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could eat, but I had no taste for nothing.
Hmm.
Even though I had, a selection of food I might want to eat, I just didn't have the taste for nothing.
Right.
So after a while, I was able to eat fruit. So fruit was my main course or whatever, even toast. I'm still eating that now.
Right. Okay.
And what else?
Well, as far as that was for him, for me, I had
Soup.
I didn't want to eat.
Yeah.
I was too exhausted to do anything.
Wow.
And if I did ginger tea. I drank a lot of ginger tea.
But we had ran out.
No, we had some.
Yeah.
I drank ginger tea. At that point, we were like so exhausted. To turn over was a stretch. You would think I was real old because every move I made, I was moaning and groaning. And during this time, because I work from home, I was literally working. Don't know how I did it, but I still was working because when I got up, I had enough time. I pulled myself together to log in. As soon as my finger hit enter, I was knocked out.
Wow.
And I wouldn't get up. I wouldn't get up till about 12 or 1, where I would just get enough. I don't know where the energy come. I got up to do my work and whatever. Once 5 o'clock, I hit that button, I was comatose again. But in the midst of this, currently we have my son and the 2 younger daughters living with us.
Okay.
And by Wednesday, Thursday, my son wasn't feeling good. We thought it was his allergy, so we was giving him Benadryl to see what it was, but he wasn't feeling good. Then my 19-year-old, she's like, "No, I don't feel good." The only one who was not really sick at that present moment was my youngest, who's 15. But everybody else was fatigued and tired. And at that time, I was keeping my grandson, so I had to tell my daughter to get tested and also get the baby tested because he's been with us.
Yeah.
So thank God that they were negative. But everybody else that was in this household, we all was positive. The youngest one, we went on Saturday the 9th to get tested.
Wow.
And we got the results by Monday night, and we all was positive.
Wow.
So at that point, I knew we stuck in the house. There's nothing that we can do. So I had to order groceries by Instacart.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I ordered our groceries.
Right.
That's what we were doing for that present moment. And if they wanted to eat, we would order food.
Their family members brought us food, and then they had to leave it in the car.
That was later. That was later on.
Yeah.
But because I knew we needed water, we needed soup, some oranges, and then you see all this information on what you can do, what you should do, like the lemon peels, the orange peels.
What's the Vicks? Did you put in it?
The ginger, we boiled that concoction they said to do. We boiled it and put it over our head. But prior to that, I had boiled some hot water, put a little Vicks in the water.
Right. Old school.
Old school for me. Vicks cure all.
Even though we had vaporizers, but those weren't coming out.
Right. Because that's what I was going to ask you. Because what's really so interesting, and why I was really first of all, and let's not be remiss. Let me say that you good folks are the first couple, and I'm so happy as y'all are the first couple that I'm having an opportunity to talk to like this, right?
Okay.
So I'm really excited about that because there's a certain element, right? There's a certain element with a long-time couple, right? We've been together for 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? And now we facing this bad boy. So, my baby is hurting it, and I typically want to do something, but I don't get no energy to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so, and again, I'm fathoming, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, that energy within itself, I'm confident that it had to make you guys cling to each other in a different kind of way than ever before, just because You talking about old school Vicks? You know, I'm sure I'm sure you've used that Vicks concoction many a day. You know, as you brought up the family. baby,
hmm
baby, we doing that Vicks concoction from 1997.
Right.
Rub it on your chest.
You know, but I think the value, and again, I'm gonna shut up in a minute. I just want to jump in real quick. I think the value is found is that you guys, because of your partnership, y'all faced something which was incredible, and y'all pulled through together. You know, what resonated for me, June, that you said a moment ago, is you say, even kind of now, I'm still eating toast. I think that's what you said. In certain respects, which means that if we're talking about, and I'm baffled, quite frankly, that this went down early January, and quite frankly, where we're in early March. So we're talking about
Again.
if my math is right, that means that you guys are really only about 60 days out of this.
Yes.
And 60 days out of this has got to be some things that you guys are looking at in terms of how you protecting yourself, how you making yourself strong, how you trying to rehabilitate yourselves, but also looking at things from a vantage point of we had an opportunity to see ourselves at a weakest point that we never even imagined. We all go through what we go through, but when it comes to a thing where a couple who is a foundational piece of any family, the patriarch and the matriarch are both in the situation, and the baby. Let me shut up, because I could. That's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? For you guys to be able to figure out how to make it work when you're both dealing with such an incredible situation. Let me shut up. I'm sorry. Go. I talk too much. My bad.
But no, it's okay. During the time when we all was down, when we got tested, when we came back, that's the day the youngest one started to get symptoms. So at this present time, we all were down, and I think we were down for about a day or two, where it was every man for themselves at that present moment, because no one can help nobody.
Wow.
Out at that present moment.
Well,
and I think after 24 hours in my household.
You breaking up a little bit.
Say that again, because you're breaking up.
Yeah, we both breaking up. No, I was listening to you. You were saying that.
Yeah.
What you said is that what I heard, is that in the initial stages of this, because we were all going through it at the same time, it was every man for themselves, kind of, sort of, trying to figure out how to get through this. Wow.
And then within 24 to 48 hours of when we all was aware that we had it, the kids bounced back. It was like one after the other, except for the youngest one, because being that she caught it, she was the last. It took her a little longer to recover. But a 19-year-old was the one who took care of me, mommy and daddy.
Nice. Okay. Good.
She made sure we drank. She made sure I ate, because at this point he was trying to get himself together to move around. So she would come and make sure just making sure that you took your vitamins, you took what you needed to take. You have to eat. You can't do this. You can, So the 19-year-old was the one who actually took care of us for a minute.
She was the mama.
Nice. Well, listen, we being people of faith, we understand that they say train up a child in the way he should go. So when they get old, right? We understand that.
Yes.
So
yes.
And I appreciate that clarification, because you understand, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if it's me and Eve, right? Then we've been together a long time. We're gonna go ahead and both be in a bad situation, but we'll try and get it. But if we don't have it to give, it's nice that the babies see mommy and daddy who've held it down. And you talk about 8-year-olds, so at least 20 years held it down, so that you in the position that you are could come and say, all right, I need you to take some ginger juice. I need you to take some vitamin C. I need, you know what I'm saying? That's powerful. That's powerful. And I think it's it lends itself to the seeds that you guys planted for the babies and what they've watched over the years and how they could now be in a position to care for mommy and daddy in a difficult situation. That's powerful. Right. And if you let that wash over you, you got to take a few minutes to kind of say, thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was in there and I'm like this.
Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you this. So now that really, so you're saying January 5th, so February 5th, March 5th. So you're talking about 2 months. You guys 60 days in. What are you experiencing now?
Still fatigue. Energy loss, whatever. I know I'm be up and moving about or doing something. I just don't got the knack for it at all.
Right.
But right now, I'm like trying to basically struggle through it right now.
Okay. Right.
You know?
Okay.
I'm throwing legs sometimes, you know, get my good days, bad days. Some days it feel like a ton or whatever.
Right.
And also to mention, when he was sick, he had fatigue, soreness, the cough that he couldn't get rid of.
Even if I was to talk to you for a hot second, I would be coughing, damn near about to throw up, you know?
Wow.
Where I had to go to bed with a long sleeve and a hoodie on and stuff.
The cold flashes he had. For me, I was fatigued, body aches.
Yeah.
No sense of taste and no sense of smell. And the kids, it hit them like a flu. If you ask me, it hit them like it was a flu.
Right.
But for the question you asked, the fatigue is very serious. Right. It's very, for me. I work from home, so I really don't go out.
Right.
And with everything that goes on, I try not to.
Right.
But I went out yesterday after working. We went to a viewing.
Yeah.
Came back. We talked. This morning, I couldn't wake up. The fatigue is to me. I think that's one of the worst things when you're trying to recuperate from all of this.
Right.
Is trying to get that mojo to keep moving, because I was always on the go. I'm always doing stuff.
Of course.
But that's like doing it dead now.
Right. I can't do. I'm glad I got my sense of taste and smell back, because at one point I felt like I was tasting metal. Whatever I ate tastes like it was metal.
Okay. What resonates for me as you guys, and obviously you guys are going on the prayer list immediately, for full recuperation. Hit me, I can't say that. For full recuperation, right? But what resonates for me is that many of the folks that I spoke to, they were impacted last March, right? And so, and then many of them have said to me that I didn't really feel myself. I spoke to a young sister a couple of weeks ago,
and weight loss.
Yep, right. And that's not the way we want to get lean and trim, but okay. That's not the way. But what this good sister said to me is, she's saying, listen, I'm 9 months in, and every now and then I'm good, but every now and then, 9 months in, I'm gonna feel that fatigue. And so I'm here talking to y'all 2 months in, and with that being said, I ain't gonna keep y'all late at all. But
that's our bedtime.
And June, I ain't gonna let you talk bad about me. I can see you talk to Baba later on and say, that babe knew outside. He kept running his mouth. But this good sister said 9 months in, a young woman, and she said, every now and then I feel some of the things that you guys are talking about. I guess my question is, as you work in this, you're not dealing with it by yourself. Obviously, I'm sure you're seeing some doctors or getting some home remedies and so on and so forth.
No doctors, because they don't even have answers.
Yeah.
I've had complaint during this whole time. When the whole time I was aggravated with the tracers, those people, the tracker people. I was so aggravated with them because I was doing intake for about 4 days straight. You're calling me, asking me the same questions over and over and over.
And they call you back in the evening time, the same people or less.
But they're not. They actually monitored me. I think the last 2 days when they actually was like, "How you feeling?" And then I was getting ready because they monitor you, I think, for 10 days. But their system is so terrible.
What did that tell you?
It's not updated. So from what I understand is once you're positive, they put you in a system and the system kicks it out for somebody to trace you.
Mm-hmm.
But from whatever I'm understanding, the system, you got to go through levels to see what actually is going on, because once your name pop up, they call you to ask you the same old questions. And I was fussing with these people. I don't have the energy for this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or the things they put in place with the meals. You know, they say you can get food. You can go to a hotel. You can go to a hotel if you're positive. They'll let you go to a hotel. But my whole household is positive. Why would I leave my household to go to a hotel? I can't do that. And the food is like pantry food. I don't knock it because I've gotten, and I still would use pantry food. Right. But when you have a household that is completely down, pantry food is not what's going to make it. And then you only feed 2 people in your household. Right. I said, ma'am, did you not hear say my whole entire family is down? I said, I thank you and I appreciate they put this in place, but that's not going to be, we're not going to benefit from that.
Right. Wow. Listen, I mean, I think the whole with the newness of this whole thing, listen, we're in an epic period in time, you know. There's no words, you know. And part of the reason I have these conversations because I want us to be able, you know, as an organization, I want us to be able to, even if it's just a matter of having a positive conversation when you're having a tough day, you know, even if it's a matter of saying, listen, not for nothing, I'm feeling kind of crappy today. If you could pass through and drop off a bundle of ginger, you know what I'm saying? Just because given what you guys are saying right now, you know, there's days when we feel really strong like bull. If we think about Rocky Balboa, strong like bull. or am I thinking another movie? I don't know, maybe. But anyway.
Yeah. It was there.
But there's days that we feel strong like bull, but there's other days that we may not do that. And what I'd like to say, you know, right this moment, if there's absolutely anything that I can do for you personally, obviously you bet call me. Otherwise I'm gonna have a significant issue. And if you don't like speaking to me, say I don't like that white bed, then what you do, the encouragement campaign got their own line, you call them and I'm gonna pick up anything.
You know.
But I'm gonna do it like this. I'm like, hello.
Hello.
Disguise your voice.
Listen, man, I think that, you know, you guys are warriors. You're walking through it, you know. You're in it right now. And right. You understand it. You know, I don't want to jerk a tail on screen. I don't, you know. I'm so thankful more than anything. I'm so thankful to be speaking to y'all, right?
Thank you. Yes.
I'm so thankful for it, and I can't wait till this bad boy is over. We're gonna party like a rock star.
All right.
Right? Well, hold on. We're gonna. Well, you tell me you're gonna be 50 in a minute, so we'll be partying like 50-year-old rock stars with Lil Walker.
No.
Hey, Dave, believe it or not, it felt like that. Anytime you got to take yourself, put it on the wall just to slide to go to the kitchen and lean over the sink, tell you, man, it burns you. It burns you.
Yeah.
Not for me, not being able to do nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I got beat up by the flu and all that, but that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
And
See,
you did say something that, with us and our relationship and being together so long, it had to do something to you. And you appreciate your significant other. The fact that you can see your significant other after what you went through, that's on the top of the list. That you, like you said, you can talk. The fact that we're still alive and our children is alive. I tell everybody, I'm blessed. I thank God because I'm still amongst the living.
yep.
Because it didn't have to turn out that way, but he saw fit. So I'm very appreciative and I honor him for that. And it makes you humble, but it also, as a couple, you cherish the moments together more. If you took it for granted before, you're not going to take it for granted now.
Yes, sir.
Because I tell you, Dave, even though they called me back to work, I went back when? February, the beginning of February, right? Like I said, they was calling me back to work probably like on the 25th. I was like, I can't come back to work. I said, I don't even have no strength.
Right.
So in other words, I would have had to drag myself to work and honestly go to sleep all day on your time. Which one would you prefer?
You tell me. Right.
Yeah. So I took another week and well, my other job, they start calling me, just to check up or whatever. Now realizing that they all got hit after I, left the job,
Mm.
and what else? Yeah, yeah, even with us, because even though by us being sick and down like that, I didn't even want to go back to work. Period.
Yeah, of course.
'Cause like I said, charity gives you much to do and cherish, and then let alone me a hug. As long as we've been together, just to stay home to see what's what. Go in the living room, bug out. Go in the bedroom, bug out. Go out here and there. And even on Saturdays, do our little pickle run or whatever. Get us little snacks on or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
So you appreciate family. You really do.
I think it's so precious. It's so precious um, to be able to see a situation, um, go through the situation, understand the situation, and be planning to get through the situation. See, one of the things that burdened me was the fact that so many people had no support, right? I've had conversations with folks who said, listen, I was in the crib by myself, and I needed people to bring me food. I was talking to a brother, a minister, as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago, and he was indicating to me that, I had it. I was in the house by myself, and thank God for the ministry, and so on and so forth, and blah 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 blah. I'm not. Please understand, I'm not diminishing in any way. I'm just saying I'm not going to get into
No,
the.
yeah.
Um, I think what happened is that this thing turned everything upside down. I think this thing removed us from that false sense of security. It moved us from that pompous attitude because right, right. I know for me, right. I know what it was, and then I oftentimes say this on these times together. I remember sitting here and looking at my wife, for 30 years, and looking at my baby boy and calling my other boy in 1/16th and talking to my son's daughter, I'm saying daughter, his girl. And as I'm talking to them, I'm saying to myself, what will happen if I can't do this in 2 weeks? Because that's what they were talking to us about, 2 weeks. And that's a paradigm shift. That changes you. That makes you say all of the other things that we thought were important. They ain't important no more, baby. They ain't important no more. It don't make a difference anymore about the shoes, the suits, the coats, the cars, the houses, the land, the trips. What if? And I was overwhelmed by that concept. And as I'm speaking to you right now, I'm overwhelmed by that concept. And that lends itself to the celebratory feeling that I have speaking to you guys. And again, not to be redundant, saying, guys, hit me up, let me know,
Right.
you know, because this is a time that we got to recalibrate with each other. This is a time where it's not a matter of having to put on any airs. You know, it's really a time of, you know, let's let our love be real.
Yeah.
Let's not let it be coming out two sides of our mouth. I say this on that side, but I'm saying this on that side. That's what I'm saying on tape, because you can say, Black, I'm taking back to the videotape.
You're right.
You know,
You
it's
right.
it's a different time. I've had clients who I spoke to and they lost their mates. I can't. You understand? Y'all know me well enough. Y'all know I can talk, but some things just make me. I don't.
Right.
I was, and everybody know me. No, I'm about, you know, the strength and the whole 9 yards. I was petrified as to what would happen with my babies.
Yeah, it make you think like that.
Yeah. Your appreciation for family grows even stronger. And when I say this, I don't want nobody to be offended, but with this whole, excuse me, because I say pandemic, with this whole pandemic,
Girl, we gotta do that offline. But go ahead. No.
it shows you what love really is. And do you cherish what you really have? Because a lot of people no longer had the office to go to. They had to stay in their four walls and look at a person for what? A year. So did you really love this person, or was it really not what it's supposed to be? So it brought love, it brought family, and it taught you that the little things in life matter more than all these big things that we were out there trying to get.
We was
A
out there.
lot of relationships too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Relationships have
Are
changed.
you even staying in the four walls or whatever and realize you understand your spouse better than what you really was because you had to go to work, so you out.
Wow.
Like I said, you had to come to some type of understanding, period. Whether there's issues or not, you know.
Yeah. Well, but I think that we were all. And again, I think the operative term is a false sense of security. You know, we were so busy doing what they told us to do, and whoever they is, that people interpolate that how they want to. But we grew up saying, get a good education,
What you was taught.
get a good job, get nice living accommodations, get a nice car, get a nice get. But you know, when all of that is gone,
What you have.
when you sit on your couch and you look across at your loved one who's not saying that they're scared, but you know it.
Yeah.
And you're looking at your babies who are hoping. It's like there's a commercial out that I always me and Chris laugh about all the time. But when the kids come up, the cable goes out and the son says, "Dad, the cable's out. Can you fix it?" This is not this is not because during this time, if the cable is out, then we're playing Jenga.
Right.
I remember sitting here with my entire family playing Monopoly. And I ain't played Monopoly in 40 years. I don't want y'all know my real age. Oh, I told you earlier. But anyway, we played Monopoly, and my son looked at me, he said, "Dad, that ain't right. You cheating." I said, "Nah, man, that's how we grew up playing." He said, "But Dad, did you read the instructions?"
Never did. Just roll the dice.
He said, "Dad, you cheating." I'm like, "Nah, man, nah. That's how we came up, dog." But those moments are so precious. and
Yes.
we wouldn't have had them if not. So where I'm at today, on a positive note, where I'm at is I wanna know what we're doing after we get through this. You see, I'm calling it into existence after we get through this, right? I'm excited because
Mm-hmm.
I have entrepreneurs on the line. I got, a businessman on the line. You know what I'm saying, and hopefully they give me a discount since we did this. But anyway, she said, no, business is business.
I can't with him.
I was looking at your site the other day. You got some cool hats on there, but that's another story, But anyway, cool.
Thank you.
Girl, I like a fedora. You know that.
But
I'm curious about, as we go through this journey, what we doing at the other side. What are the plans? What are the goals? What are the aspirations? We're calling positivity into existence for this beloved couple. What are you guys thinking about as you come out of it? Because we moving towards that. What are y'all thinking about? What are y'all trying to get into?
For me, I guess it's more family orientated. It ain't about work, this and that, like it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could call and say something. I'd be like, nah.
Right.
Any other time I would have jumped.
Right.
I'd be like, nah.
Right. Wow.
Now, even for me and her, just to go out and do something, it's kind of funny, or where we gonna be, or how we gonna go about it. Now you're looking at the safety net now, because he done been through it, and then they talk about this vaccine that I ain't not even sure about.
You notice I didn't touch that. I was afraid to broach that, but okay, I'm gonna leave it.
Hey, it's there.
It's there.
You might as well let it be spoken. It's there.
But just for me, my whole thing is because we are very family oriented, and I want my kids to, whatever their heart's desire is what I want to be able to provide. So if I'm not here, I know they are taken care of. And we talk about this whole pandemic, but I was blessed to do it because I want to say this: when it started, I was at a job, and April something they laid us off, so I had to get on unemployment. Right. But while I was on unemployment, I got a city job.
Oh, nice.
So I work for the city now. So that part of the foundation is set. So now, like you said, entrepreneurs. I want to birth entrepreneurs. So my youngest, she's coming up with her own business, baking cookies and cupcakes. So I want to be able to let them know that school is good, because with the way society is, you have to have a degree.
Right.
But you need to have a business so you can be able to enjoy life.
Right.
Because that's how that's where the money is, basically. You don't want to work for a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life.
Right. Wow. And the thing I think what's very interesting about that is, first of all, congratulations on the gig. Because,
thank you.
Because so many people not working today, right? And for you to be able to secure a position, if you will, during the pandemic, that's what we call favor, divine.
Yes.
Favor.
Divine
favor.
Divine.
See, it's really funny, and I think even for myself, so many people came back to Christ during the virus.
Yes.
Yep.
We's all out there running, thinking we was cool, thinking we's all cold, and ignoring what we knew,
Right.
But once this kicked in, everybody's about, now lay me down to sleep.
Heavenly Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hold on. Let me Google the Our Father prayer.
Right.
I ain't said it in 75 years, but let me Google it so I can read it. Because, but I believe that was a good thing, because it gave us perspective. and it gave us
Yes.
new opportunity, and it gave us
Oh,
new goals, and it gives us the opportunity to look at things from a different lens. Is what I
yes.
like to say. I'm really really excited what you're talking about in terms of business development, so to speak. You know, in terms
Right.
of, and I hope that you would uh, think of me at some point as you're moving in that direction. I don't know much about it, but there may be a few things that we could talk about that may assist in that process because I'm about that as well. You know, I I love the young people. You know what I'm saying? Because the young people are tomorrow. The young people haven't really taken this thing as serious as possible because we didn't take things as serious when we was 21, 22, 23, 35.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna go up. So we ain't
Well, you also got to remember we was a different generation though, so we would have took it serious compared to them. And you also got
yeah,
to remember
yeah,
half of them
yeah, touche.
still home with moms and pops.
Yeah, touche.
We was trying to get out.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, and I'm not mad at it. I think the take home is that we have a brilliant opportunity. And based on that opportunity, I think that we have to do what Adam Clayton talked about in terms of working what's in our hand. But now I think we have clarity as to what's in our hand. Now we
Right.
can really begin to look at the gifts that we had that we've overlooked. We now have an opportunity to say, okay, I wouldn't have had the husfa, if you will, to do this previously, but based on what's going
Right.
on now, I'm willing to swing for the fences in a way that I wouldn't do previously.
Right. Right.
Right? Previously, I might have
Yeah.
said, well, you know, I ain't cool, I get to it, whatever the case may be. But where we are
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
now is the moment. Now is the time
Yeah.
because the seeds that we're planting today are what's going to be so wonderful when we get through this.
Yes.
You know, man, guys, listen, I promise you, I first of all, I know I'm past your bedtime. I know that. I
We
promise
making it to 1 o'clock. We toughing it.
we're gonna
But
be
you also
talking it
got to
up.
remember, even with this, made everybody move to technology now,
Yeah,
doing Zoom.
yeah,
So
yeah,
basically, that's where it's at.
yeah, yeah. Listen, this is
Even me, I'm doing emails now.
now, June. Why you gonna go ahead and highlight that? Because not for nothing. I mean,
Hey,
what I've learned via technology has enhanced me by leaps and bounds. I thought I knew a few things previously, but
Mm-hmm.
now I'm all.
you learning more.
But what's
Yeah.
beautiful about that is we always and I always like to coin what my dad says. He says, and he's in his 70s. He says,
God bless.
I don't want to rust out. I want to
Mm.
wear out.
I
Mm.
Meaning,
heard that. That's like,
you see,
Don't want
I
to
don't
rush
want
out.
to rust out.
wow,
I want to wear out. Meaning, I'm
Yes.
wow,
continually doing something, no matter what the situation is, no matter how dark it is, no matter
Right.
if I'm on my knee, I'm not on my face. I want to keep moving. And
Right.
what
Yes.
I see when I look at both of you young people is I see folks who want to keep moving. And again,
Yes.
I want to extend to both of you. First of all, y'all know I love you. And now if this is pre-COVID, I wouldn't have said, yo, listen, I love y'all. But this is post-COVID, girl. I
air hugs.
love y'all. Feel my virtual hug, baby.
That's it.
Listen, guys. I appreciate you so much. Again, I don't like to keep it a long time, but I hope you guys will consider, as you get stronger and stronger, to come back and visit again. Obviously, we're gonna be talking.
Sure.
Obviously, we're gonna be talking, either way. But I'm saying it'd be nice
Right.
to provide the inspiration that you guys have done for everybody tonight. And I just want to thank you. I just really do.
You're welcome.
It means so much. Jude, it's so good to see you, man.
You
You
too.
know, the last time we seen each other, we were at a wedding together, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Jarias.
That was
I
like
got a call too.
2 years ago then,
Mhm.
maybe.
Was it 2 years?
Well, I may not take my green kelba today, so I might be wrong. But whatever, whatever the
It's a couple of years ago. You're right.
whatever the case is such a celebration to see both of you again. Again,
Thank
and
you.
I've said this a number of times. Please don't hesitate to call us. You know, if there's anything we can do, you know, I'm of the belief that if I got two, I can sure enough give you one.
That's right.
You know, if we got four drumsticks, we can sure enough give y'all two, and then y'all work out.
Right.
Then y'all work out how to do it to 6 people at your house. Now working with 6 people at my house. They say,
Right.
"Hey, that was out. Take it, fix it." Listen, guys, I love y'all, man. I'm excited.
Love you too.
It is so good to talk to
All
you,
right.
and I'm gonna hit y'all both up tomorrow.
All right.
All right, so
Good
you
night.
say hi.
All right, guys. Peace and blessings.
Bye.
Bye bye now.
All right. Bye.
All right.